What's up, everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. So, today is the long awaited year in my Takealot business update. So, I wanted to do a 9-month one, but things were not working out at the 9-month mark because I can go on and on about it, but basically, I started studying at the beginning of the year. Work got super hectic around March, and then I just put my foot off the pedal basically. But I still earned money from Takealot, and I'm gonna show you on my laptop exactly how much because I do want you to get the full picture. And to be honest, I'm still not the most like how can I say that? I'm still not making what I wanna make, but in the break that I had between June and July, I've made a few decisions that have made August, which is now a year later because I started last year I made my first sale on the 18th of August, but I bought my stock and I started the training program in July, but I officially made my first sale in August. So now it's the 31st of August, which is why I'm making this 1 year review. And this August is actually my best month on there, which brought in about 10,600 rands worth of sales. Now, these are sales without the fees and things like that. But if I could estimate, I think I'm going to have between 7,000 to 8,000 take home because not all the products are on the same profit margin. So I'm just guesstimating. At this moment, I'm at, I believe, 25 products. I started with one product, which is sick and insane. To think that I have 25 products, like that's crazy. There are some that have fallen off along the way, meaning the supplier either ran out of stock, which is also a hard lesson to learn. The supplier won't always have the stock, and there's some that have become not worth it to sell. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by that because one of them is actually heartbreaking because it's actually a product that is still not available on Takealot right now. But it was just way too difficult to ship, and I did check my local shops and things, and I couldn't find it there either. So, yeah, it's just like crazy to me that it's been a year. That's crazy. So also a couple of months ago, Takealot did change the platform. So now you are able to see your total sales made. Before, I think you had to calculate it on your own. So that was like a lot of Excel spreadsheets. And I'll also show you what I do to make sure that the products I sell are profitable. And unfortunately, I still don't have a South African supplier, but that's on the top of my to-do list now for the second year in. And I'll also show you what I did to make like my first 10,000 rand in sales. Now, um, from the other video that I made to now, one thing that I can say is that if you want to do this, you have to keep growing because I think when the studying and stuff got overwhelming, I just completely stopped focusing on the business, and it's not a train smash. I mean, I had to do what I had to do, but I should have put in systems that could run this automatically. And one of those things was having a South African supplier. I can't tell you the importance of that because you can literally run out of stock and be shocked. And another thing is that please get a separate bank account for your business because if you merge it with your own account, that money is going to disappear. And also decide how much of the money you're going to pay yourself and how much you're going to reinvest into the business. That's another thing that they don't teach you. Um, Before I also go into my computer, I also want to tell you that I don't have retail experience, so I've never bought and sold anything in my life. So this was the first time I struggled with everything that you would expect someone to struggle with: pricing, suppliers or supplying, deliveries being missed by the courier. And now I'm actually in the midst of something else that I don't understand. Like there's been some sort of an upgrade. I don't know in which system, Courier Guy or Takealot. And for the past two shipments that I've sent, they keep giving me error messages, and for the life of me, I can't figure it out. So there's a ton of stuff that happened throughout the year that's just been like really hard and really sometimes expensive lessons. But I'm just so glad that I even embarked on this journey. So as we speak, as I'm going to the second year, basically, my plan is to increase my product offering. As I've stated, I have between 25 to 27 products right now, and I would say about five of them need to be completely removed, and then I need to add more. As we speak, I'm product sampling right now because I'm about to go into about 5 weeks of practicals, and I've just accepted that during that time, I really can't focus on seven things at the same time. So my job would just be to focus on my jobs. So I have to make sure that things are placed nicely so that I can just like focus on that. So I've hired someone for the month to take care of things, or maybe for 2 months, September and October, who can take care of any problem that may arise, and to also deal mainly with the adding of the new products that I'm product sampling. So it's just gonna be hectic, but I think I can manage. And I think the reason why I wanna do it like that is because in this 10,000 Rand month, I've just been getting because Takealot pays per week. So every Thursday you get your weekly now payout or whatnot. And this month has been the best when it comes to that, because this is the most money that has been paid out to me. It wasn't that much, but it was like more than usual. So what I do is that I do a monthly overview where I put my total sales minus their um, fees or whatnot. And then I know what was supposed to come to me that month. And then I check with my disbursements to make sure that that's factual. Because if you don't stay on top of those things, there's just like something odd or something that disappears like in the middle. I don't know what's causing that. And then I also need to make sure that I remove the 460 for the subscription. So when I was having lower sales, that 460 felt like painful. It was like, ugh. But now that I'm over the 10K bump, it's kind of like, it's okay, take your money. So you're getting a little cocky also. But honestly, I've seen people make 40K a month, 50K, 200K, all of these things. And that's just where they are in their journey. I can't compare myself to them. All I can do is just continue in my journey with all my lessons and all the things that I'm going through. So I definitely think I would have gotten to 10K way earlier if I wasn't a student. And I think what made this whole thing difficult was the fact that I'm a first time student in a while. So the whole studying thing really did freak me out. So I had to let go of certain things on my e-commerce business, which I deeply regret. But like looking back in that particular moment, I had no choice but to focus or prioritize my studies, because those things be expensive. It's expensive to go back to school. Anyway, so I'm just so happy. I don't know what to do or say. Um, but let me show you the numbers, which is something I wanted to do at the 6 month mark, but I wasn't sure. But I think I can do it now. So anything that's confidential, I'm gonna do my best to blur that out. But I do want to show you the bottom lines and things like that. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Yeah.
Before we start, quick disclaimer, I'm going to blur out the product names and identifications because that is my own property. So I'm looking at the full month of August, and this was all the sales from August. And as you can see, I only sent through two packages, this one and this one. I believe they were the same, where I had a lead order, which was one of the items. And that meant that I could also use that opportunity to replenish some of the stock there. So in the month of August, I made 10,600, I believe, but it was over 10K. That's the most important part. And it was the first time that it went over 10,000, because I think because I was trying to play it safe, I never wanted to invest a ton of money into a product because I would have a product that's semi-successful but not like for the long term. I think I've had two periods during December and January where it went surprisingly well, and I'm gonna show you that just now. So this was my December. It might not look like it based on the items sold, but it was actually a pretty good month. And at that time, I believe I only had 5 products. Let me quickly see. One, two, three, four, five, basically. And they were mostly like things that kids needed at school, or it was like basically I had back to school things in December, which is not ideal because during December it's festive season, people are buying gifts, all of that stuff. So that was a big lesson learned for me. And then during January, I would say things kind of picked up because, like I said, I had majority like stationery items or like back to school items. And I think this is when it picked up the most. So, yeah, that's basically it. So recently, Takealot changed their dashboard. So now they actually show you like your sales over here. And as you can see, it's been going much better with me in the past several months. Not several, in the past single month, which was August, because in the last 30 days, that includes 12 days into September, I sold 32 items. In August, I sold 37 items in total, which totaled the 10K. So, and then in the last 90 days, I sold 18,000, which means that half of this was sold in 1 month. And then in the other months, let's say if we broke it down on average, it was going to be 4,000 each. So same here. If in the last 6 months I sold 30,000, 10,000 from it came from August. So it just goes to show how I've had a couple of bad months, but then it picked up in August. And I can say that the thing that helped it pick up was the fact that I added more products to the catalog. I made sure that I'm fully stocked on the things that give me the highest profit, because it's no use if you are selling an item that gives you the least amount of profit, because then someone you're not benefiting from that. And as you can see over here, um, on 30 August, Takealot announced that they have a Durban distribution center. So that's also been interesting to watch that play out, because now not only must you supply the Johannesburg and Cape Town warehouse, but now there's also Durban. So I don't know how this has been working on their side, but yeah. Okay, I hope this was useful. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any other questions, and I'll gladly answer them. All right, guys, all the best. Go start your shop right now. Bye.